Hello my loves, and welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful and so honored that you are here. Today I'm doing something a little bit different, and it's kind of like a sit down and talk video, so grab your coffee or drink if you haven't already. But I'm also going to be showing clips of like our life recently, because I want to talk about something very specific that has happened to us that I think so many people can relate to. And it's also really important because it's a message that can make you realize that your manifestations are already here. You're just like not recognizing them. So let's back up a little bit. If you haven't caught up in our life, go back and check out the recent videos about RV life. But long story short, we tried to do RV life for long term for a few months, and really we wanted to do it, one, because we loved that kind of lifestyle before. We had done van life and we absolutely loved it. But the aspects we wanted in our reality were slow living, intentional living, getting up in the morning and drinking our coffee and doing yoga, and just really slowing down and enjoying the little things and enjoying the present moment. Now, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched those videos, RV life did not pan out like we wanted it to. It only lasted a few weeks, and now we are here stationed in the Midwest living with Steven's parents. And it wasn't until like a few weeks ago or even a few days ago that I realized that we actually have manifested all of the aspects we wanted out of RV life in our life now. In this stage, it's a lot of waiting for the next steps. We're really in this like transitional in-between phase, I keep calling it. And it's a lot of like waiting, a lot of unknown, which our minds do not like the unknown. Sometimes they want to freak out. But when I allow myself to slow down and realize what's happening, it's exactly what we wanted from RV life, which is getting up in the morning and drinking our coffee and doing yoga outside and going outside and going on hikes. It is such a beautiful time of the year here in the Midwest. I'm getting to experience pre-fall, I'm calling it, and eventually fall. And, you know, we've just been able to do all the things we've wanted to do in RV life, in our life now. And I think so many times that happens to us because, as we talked about in the last video where I reviewed Abraham Hicks's book, Ask and It Is Given, we are always calling in the things that we are desiring. Like the things we are a vibrational match for are coming to us. We are constantly creating our reality. So those things you are desiring are either there or are on their way. So I just want this to be a reminder to you to slow down and maybe check back in and really take a hard look. Have the things that you've been desiring already showed up in your life? Like, are they there in just a form you're not recognizing? I hope this video is a reminder to you to do so, or just kind of helps you clear your lens to see all the beauty that you have created in your life. So let's talk a little bit more about this in-between stage that I said that we're in. So we are in this slow living, uncertain time, which has so much beauty in it. And we've just kind of been, you know, putting things out there. We've been taking the action towards like what we want in this next stage, but we're also like letting life flow through us, and we're surrendering to what life has planned for us, or like what is meant for us, because I always believe things are always working out for our highest good. So this past month and a half has been a lot of like waiting around, and sometimes my mind wants to like rush through it or be like, no, we gotta like go to the next step. We've got to get a house. We've got to get jobs. We got to do this. We got to blah, 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 blah. I know that we have taken the action steps that have felt aligned in this stage. Like we've taken the steps that we are wanting to take towards those next stages. And then you kind of just like have to release the rest. Like I've talked about so many times on the podcast, like put your intentions out there, take the aligned action, and then go do something fun, like go on a hike or go to the park, which is what we've been doing. And actually yesterday, it's so interesting how this happened. Like I said, we've just been kind of waiting around to hear back from certain things, and like two very significant things happened at the same time, like on the same day. So it's just interesting to like observe the mind through this process and observe how things flow. I'm always trying to prioritize living a life in flow, and I've truly been able to observe the magic of flow in our lives in the past like 48 hours or even this past week, because 2 things that we've really been trying to manifest for this next stage fell into place on the exact same day. So I thought that was just so magical how that unfolded. I'll probably explain more detail about that on the podcast because they're not like officially finalized, but they're like pretty much there. If nothing else, I hope this video is a reminder to you that 1, it's beautiful to slow down. It's okay to slow down. It's safe to slow down. And if you're feeling that calling, please like allow yourself to slow down. Just like practice being in that uncertainty, floating in that uncertainty. You don't need to know like what the next 5 months or 5 years or whatever it may be for you is going to look like in your life. Like you will know when you need to know. I always tell myself, I get that message from my internal guidance. So just have compassion for yourself, because we can all get caught up in like rushing towards the next thing or worrying about the next stage in life. But just like practice basking in the slow life and basking in the unknown. Now, one more thing I wanted to do, which is a little bit different from my videos, but I had it with me and it was calling to me and I got an intuitive hit to do this, is maybe do a little tarot card pull. Now, I am no expert in this. I just kind of dabble every now and again. And there are many different ways you can do this, many different videos I'm sure you can watch if you want to learn more. But what I'm going to do is just kind of place an intention over these cards and maybe pull a card that kind of signifies this next season for all of us. Not just for me, but for all of us watching this video. So send my highest intentions for this deck, for everyone else, that the card we pull is what is going to be best for all of us in this next season. What is this message for all of us in this next season? So I just kind of fan it out and I let my intuition pick which card. The 4 of Crystals, control and security. So again, I don't know much about tarot, so I always have to look it up, but I already am like, that's interesting, because we were just talking about controlling our next stage in finding security. So 4 of Crystals, the beaver. I like this deck too because it's like little spirit animals. Control and security. Putting his skills to good use, Beaver builds a solid foundation. He puts a great deal of effort and planning into bringing order into his life, reaping the reward of his accomplishments. Beaver reaches his prospective goals and practices sound judgment in organizing his haven. At the same time, he realizes that even a solid foundation can be altered. He maintains the control he can, knowing that he may need to make adjustments along the way. Beaver is here to remind you that by working from a place of trust rather than force, you will have more energy to meet your goals and shape the life you desire. Hold fast to your resourcefulness and solidify your awareness in your inner power. Wow, that's so interesting because, in terms of relating it to my life, I feel like that's what we're doing right now, is we're really exercising trust in ourselves and trust in the universe and trust that things are working out for our highest good. And we're also like in the process of building this solid foundation for the next step. So I hope that was useful for you. They also have keywords that say stability, success, security, control, organization, practicality, power, vitality, and endurance. It also reminds me of the current zodiac season that we're in, which is the Virgo season, which is a lot about like organizing and like being resourceful with stuff and kind of like getting your life together in that way. So it sounds so applicable and relevant to the season of life. So I hope that was a fun ending to this video. Please share this video with anyone that you think needs to hear this message. If you are new here, please like and subscribe. We have new videos each week where we are talking about what it means to live an aligning, fulfilling, and present life. Sometimes I do yoga flows, sometimes I do meditations or talk videos like this. Also check out the podcast Alignment Adventures where we go even deeper into these topics, and comment down below with any of your takeaways from this video or any of the ways you resonate with this in the current season of life you are in. But I'm sending you all so much love, all the highest vibes, and I will see you in the next video.